Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out week in and week out, prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom of America, man. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the GMS. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. We are here for the elect, and elect only of the 12 tribes of Israel. Judah, the so-called Negroes. Benjamin, the so-called West Indian Jamaicans. Levi, the so-called Haitians. Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians. Gad, the North American Indians. Issachar, the so-called Mexicans. Zebulon, Guatemala, Panama. Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. Manasseh, the so-called Cubans. Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans. Asher is Colombia to Uruguay, and Naphtali is Argentina to Chile. These are the 12 tribes of Israel who our big brother Yahweh Shai is coming to redeem. 1/3 and 2/3 is set up for the destruction, man. And that time is drawing nigh, you know. Let's get the scripture. This is the book of Romans. Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, it is now high time to awake out of sleep. For now our salvation is nearer than when we believe, man. So our salvation is nearer than when we first believed. Because you have a lot of brothers who come in the truth. Brothers been in the truth anywhere from 30 years to 6 months, man. And the salvation is getting near. Every year that a brother turns over in the truth is one step closer to inheriting the kingdom of heaven, man. If you are the elect, it's one step closer, man. Every day we wake up, we're one step closer to Esau being destroyed and the nation of Israel being raised up, man. It says, knowing the time, it is high time to awake out of sleep, man. And this is not no from 12 to 8 a.m. sleep. This sleep is talking about right here in Romans the 13th chapter. This is a spiritual sleep, man, that the elect have to wake up out of. So we in that crucial time that the elect has to wake up, and every day they're waking up, and the more and more they wake up, the closer we are to our salvation, man. It says, and knowing that the time is high time to wake out of sleep for our salvation, man. The salvation, the Greek word soterio, meaning the deliverance of my enemies, man. We are patiently waiting. The saints are patiently waiting on the deliverance, man. We're waiting on these prophecies to take place, so we're able to see the prophecies and prepare ourselves and try to stay in this faith and get up out of this place, man. It's deliverance from our enemies, man. Who is our enemies? Esau, man. So-called white man. He's our enemy, right? He says, now our salvation is nearer than when we believe. So that deliverance is nearer than when each brother first come in the truth. Like I said, every day that we wake up, we're nearing that salvation period, man. You know? Yeah, we have enemies also. Prove that. Psalms 83 and 1. It says, keep not thy silence, O power. Hold not thy peace. Be not still, O power. This is a psalm of Asaph, right? It says, for lo, thy enemy make a tumult. They that hate thee have lifted up the head, man. So they that hate thee, they have brought us over here in this captivity, right? Now the people that hate us, they have exalted themselves against us, exalted themselves above us, man. And it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. He controls all things, man. You know, the scripture say he lifted up one, man. He lifted up one over another. You know? So it says, for lo, thine enemy make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. and consulted against thy hidden ones, man. So, instead of taking that crafty counsel, I'm going to look up that word crafty counsel. So we're, let's go to Psalms 83. Salakia. Psalms 83. It says they taking that crafty counsel. Crafty is Iram, meaning to be subtle, to be shrewd, to be crafty, to be wary, to take crafty counsel, to be subtle. It says Strong's definition, to bear, to be used only in a derived sense, to be cunning, perhaps smoothness, right? Very beware, taking counsel, prudent, to deal subtile. So that's telling me that that the enemy, it says, he have taken crafty counsel, meaning he's been subtile, he's been cunning, to the point where he's probably trying to act like he likes you, for you to actually ease your guard against, ease your defense, put your defense down against him. But it said he's subtile, he's smooth, right? Because the scriptures say this in Psalms. It says, Psalms 55:21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, but yet they were drawn swords, man. And that's what that crafty counsel, man. Esau comes smooth, man. He comes slithering up, man, real quiet, man, like he's down. But yet that crafty counsel he's taking, that cunning counsel, is to destroy you Negroes, you Latinos, and you Native Americans, man. It's for your destruction, man. So you have to watch that, man. It says, they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be in no more remembrance, man. So Esau did this for a time, man. You know, he even did it when you read in the book of Joel, how they sold little boys for harlots and girls and wine. They did it, they tried to do it in 70 AD. They tried to totally destroy us out. You know? Transatlantic slave trade. You know? Coming over here, killing millions on the way over here. Then when you got over here, you killed us off constantly, man. Killed off the Negroes and the Latinos, and you destroyed the natives, man. That's that crafty counsel. You know, many different ways to kill us off, man, to destroy us, man. That it says the name Israel, Yasha Allah, be in no more remembrance. Because Esau has an actual perpetual hatred, man, against Jake, man. That hate is perpetual, man. It says, for they have consulted together with one consent that they are confederate against thee, man. When you consult together on one consent, that's like a new world order, man. It says they have consulted together on one consent to go against us, man. It says, let me look at Jeremiah 11:19. Jeremiah 11:19. But I was like a lamb or an ox that is brought to the slaughter. I knew not that they had devised devices against me, saying, let us destroy the tree with the fruit thereof, and let us cut him off from the land of the living, that his name be in no more remembrance, man. So they want to cut the tree, man, and the fruit. The tree stands for the nation of Israel, and the fruit are the people, man. They want to cut us off, man, from not even being in existence, man. Like I said, it's always been a perpetual hatred with Esau and Jacob. You know, Esau vowed to kill us when he didn't receive the blessing. And it says, for they have consulted together on one consent, meaning in one mind, man, that they confederate against thee. And it's going to give you the people who are against us, man. It says the tabernacles of Edom, who are the so-called white men, right? It says, and Ishmaelites, who are the Arabs, so-called Arabs, and Moab, who are the so-called Chinese, and the Hagarenes, who are part of the Ishmaelites. Gabal, right? When you read Gabal, it's a border. And Ammon are the so-called Japanese. And Amalek, these are the fake Jews, man. They are so-called the leaders of Edom, man. And the Philistines, who are you Hamites, and the inhabitants of Tyre, more Hamites. Ashur also is joined with them, and the help of the children of Lot, Salah, man. So they all come together on one consent to make us no more be a nation, man. You know? So that's why it's high time to awake out of sleep, man. It's high time for the elect, man, to wake up, man. You know? So that's why we come out here week in and week out, man, to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, man. America, man. Jeremiah 28:8, it says, the prophets that have been before me and before the old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, man. It says the prophets that have prophesied before me of old, all of them prophesied. When you read Ezekiel, Daniel, Micah, Isaiah, Joel, Amos, you know, Habakkuk, Haggai, Zechariah, Zephaniah, Moses, even the Gospels, man, and Yahushua, they prophesied the downfall of this wicked kingdom, man. Right? It says against many countries, against great kingdoms of war, man. And that's what you have now. You have the talk of war when you look at the news, man. Every time you look around, it's some summit meeting that's about to go on. Some G7 or some type of summit meeting, man. That's not gonna go right. These countries are preparing for war, man. That's why they go to those meetings, man. The talk of war is in the air. When you look up on the news, you see the testing of military weaponry, man. It's a constant test, man, to make sure everything is a go. Because one day, man, the Lord is going to put that spirit on these Edomites, man. And not going to be, basically, he's already put the spirit on them. There's no way out. But one day we're going to wake up and it's going to be full-fledged, man. You know, they're going to be going at it. And that lets you know our salvation is near. When you see more and more talks of war. You know? Let me get this out of the pocket from the salon. This is 2nd Ezra. Second Ezra 9:1. He answered me and said, measure the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. It says measure the time diligently, man. How do we do that, man? We constantly we keep our watch, man. We're those watchmen, right? We keep watch, right? And we stay circumspect. We constantly watch alternative news feeds. We watch what the other Akim are putting up, because you know the Most High has different skill sets for different Akims. You know, you have Occams that know how to go find that news, man, wherever it's at. You know, so we constantly we watch different pages to stay up on these current events, man. You know, we looking at the, because you know when you measure the time, you measure the actual a course of action, right? It said measuring that time. Time is a sequence of events that happen one after another, man. You know, and it says, he answered and said, then measure the time diligently within itself. It says, when thou seest part of the signs past, which I told you before, of these signs that's past, man. These prophecies, man. When they come to pass, that's what we look for. You know? That's part of that time. Different events are happening after each other. And we can filter it through the scriptures, man. You know? The prophecies, man. When one prophecy happens after another, we filter it through the scriptures, man. And these prophecies let us know, hey, that the scriptures is true. You know? The scripture not letting us know that prophecy is true. That prophecy that came is true. The prophecy let us know that the scriptures are on 100, on point, 100%, man. It says, answered me and said, measure the time diligently within itself, man. So we got to watch what's going on constantly, man. The Lord is showing us signs, man, of the coming of his son, right? He's showing us different signs. The signs that are spoke of in the scriptures, that his son is on his way back, man. The deliverance of the nation of Israel, the elect, man, of the nation of Israel. Their deliverance is nigh, man. It says, he answered then and said, measure thou the time diligently within itself, and when thou seest the part of the signs past, which I told ye before, man. So the signs are being revealed, man. You just have to keep watching, man. You know, who's going to watch? The elect men are going to be the watchmen. You know, 2/3 are still asleep. You know, our head apostle, hey, he says, you know, he thinks the elect is already sealed, and that could be very well possible, man, because things are happening at a high rate, man. The judgment of the Lord is being put forth on this earth, man. You see the judgments every day, man. Just so we have to keep watch, man. Since we the watchmen, watch for the signs, man. You know. Let's see, this is Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon the walls of Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. So we constantly come out week in and week out. Scriptures say the watchmen will never hold their peace. So we constantly doing videos, man. Brothers constantly putting up so many videos. Hey, you can't even keep up. So that's the spirit of the Lord amping it up, man. To the point where Esau, he gonna get tired of seeing it, and the only thing he's gonna be able to do is cut the internet off, and then that ain't gonna stop us from coming out. Only thing he's gonna have to do is try to send the troops in, you know, to try to take us down that way. But the spirit of the Lord is on the watchman, man. We come out week in and week out, man. It says, I have set watchmen upon the walls of Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace. So we're not going to keep silent, man. We're gonna let this devil know who he is, that he is the devil, and that he's going into captivity, and that his kingdom is going to be destroyed, and the nation of Israel is going to be the next rulers in the world, man, and in the universe, basically. You know. It says, I have set watchmen among the walls of Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace night and day. Yea, they make mention of the Lord Yahweh, keep not silent, man. So we got to always remember to make that mention of the Lord, man. We always give our all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. You know? Because without him, man, this ain't not even possible. It says, and give him no rest till he established, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth, man. So we're not going to give this society no rest, man. We're going to keep coming out week in and week out, man. We're going to keep telling you these prophecies, man, and telling you that the destruction of America is near, man. We're going to do it until Yahweh Shai comes back and establishes our kingdom, our new kingdom. So we're going to keep on. We're not going to eat. We're not going to give y'all ease, man. We're going to keep speaking day in and day out, you know. It says, the Lord Yahweh has sworn by his right hand and by his arm of his strength, surely I will no more give thy corn to meat for thine enemies, and thy sons of the strangers will not drink thy wine for that which thou hast not labored. So we are, that's part of the curses, man. We plant vineyards and we're not able to drink the wine. So the Lord says there's no more that's going to take place, man. When he sets the new kingdom up with Israel, the vineyards that we plant, we're going to enjoy the wine. We're going to enjoy the work of another nation's hand, man. That's part of having slaves, man. We're going to enjoy the work of their hands. You know? Yes, we will have slaves, man. I get that. Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and yet choose Israel. So he says he's going to have mercy on Jacob, man. The Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans. We make up the nation of Israel. You know? We just in captivity now under this devil, man. So therefore we lost our nationality of knowing who we are. We didn't lose the nationality. We lost the knowledge of who we are, because we are who we are, man. It says, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall join with them. The Israelite foreigners, man. They're gonna be joined with us, man. It says, and he shall join them, and they shall cleave to